I also only have 2 in-person classes this semester. So that is a big difference than last year. Or I mean, sorry, last year, but last semester I had 5 days a week I was driving an hour each way. So 10 hours a week of driving on top of all of the schoolwork was a lot for me, and running a business and helping my son homeschool. So this semester only having 2 days a week of driving is a big, big difference. The rest of my classes are online, so I'm really grateful for that. And one of them is art history, and this is my 3rd art history class with the same teacher. And so I know her style, and she's fantastic, and I learned so much in her classes, so I'm very excited about that. The other one is a portfolio prep sort of class. I am double majoring with graphic design and marketing communications, and so it's time for me to get, I look at it as like all my ducks in a row professionally speaking, and have an advisor there to help me, whether it's resume stuff, building, all of that. Overall, I'm really excited for this next semester, and I'm excited that it's my last, and then I will graduate. So the other thing is planning ahead for, it's supposed to be 10 below zero my first morning. So just making sure I have the stuff that I need. And I think mostly I've been just mentally preparing for having extra time right now. I have a little more bandwidth in my brain to have some of the conversations. I've been trying to take care of some of the administrative stuff, make sure all the bills are paid, go through and just check in on everything. Because that's the one thing I notice is once I am full in school mode, some of those, if they're not automated or I put everything on a calendar to remind me, if it's not part of the normal routine, everything from I did a free trial of whatever channel, I put a reminder on my calendar to alert me when I need to cancel it or decide to keep it. Something that just lets me know I need to put mental power into this decision. So that has been helpful for me as well. I do have another video all about going into more of the detail of what it was like and how I keep things organized, how I do notes, what's worked for me, everything from voice notes to the first week of class, I will do a spreadsheet. I have a spreadsheet that has every semester I've been in school. And I never appreciated what a syllabus does until college. And so it's like the cheat sheet for the class, essentially. You know what the teacher's expectations are, how they're going to grade, what matters the most to them. Sometimes they'll even include week by week what assignments you will have or when things are due. And so I will take that information and I will hand enter it into my own spreadsheet so that I can see entire classes, what is due, what's coming up, and I can highlight or bold it, turn it green once I've done it. And then I still, now looking back, have all of that. So I can see every assignment I've done, what grade I got on everything, what day I turned it in, going all the way back to my first semester. I'm not dependent upon the school system's kind of tracking for that, which goes away at the end of each semester. It's not a huge thing. I just like having it, and it helps keep me organized, so I'm not depending on their software to do that. So if you have any questions, if you've thought about going back to school midlife, about what that's like, please ask. It has been such a gift, and I have learned so much, and I think there's so much value being in my 40s and going back. I am able to have context for everything I'm learning, and I have just a more realistic view on what stuff I'm going to actually need to know, which stuff I can learn, but kind of let it float out, because in my life it doesn't matter as much. Whereas I think if I was 18, you're trying to hold on to everything so much because you don't know which stuff you're going to need. And which stuff, it's all level. You don't have any context for it. So as well as in conversations, I can ask questions from a realistic life point of view about something. So if you ever have the opportunity or you're looking for a pivot in life and you're not sure what that looks like, if you can afford to do it, or there's grants and scholarships and all sorts of things, I highly recommend if you can. It's been the greatest gift to myself and really given me this whole new spark. And the kids have been fantastic. And I feel really fortunate to get to learn all of the things I'm learning. I don't take any of it for granted. And I love learning and realizing so many things that I had a gut instinct about. There's actually a name for it or a term or a theory. And it's so validating. So that's my takeaway from being back in school and getting ready for school. If you have any other things you'd add, or you went back to school as a non-traditional student that you would add to that, please share. I think we all can learn from each other, and what works for me may be different than what is for you, but hopefully you can take any part of that to help you with your back to school journey, or simply preparing for the next chapter where you have a big project coming up for work or something where life is about to get really busy, and how to prepare for that. So thanks for watching. I'm happy you're here.